There is a demon who does not want your soul. He does not want your life. He does not want your fear. He wants something far more intimate. He wants your relationships, your marriages, your love, your deepest human connections. He is the oldest demon of desire in recorded history, mentioned in the Bible. The Talmud, or the Qur'an, his name is Asmodeus, and he has been destroying marriages since before marriage existed. The earliest written account of Asmodeus appears in the Book of Tobit, a Jewish text dating to 200 BC. A young woman named Sarah has been married 7 times. Every husband dies on their wedding night before the marriage is consummated, killed by Asmodeus, not out of hatred for the husbands, out of possession. He claims Sarah as his own and destroys anyone who tries to take her from him. The Testament of Solomon expands the picture considerably. Solomon summons Asmodeus using his magical ring and forces the demon to reveal his true nature. Asmodeus does not lie. He states plainly that his purpose is to plot against newlyweds, to prevent intercourse, to separate the married, to make men obsessed with women who are not their wives. Solomon forces him to assist in building the temple. The demon complies, but he makes sure Solomon knows he will be free eventually, and that he remembers everything. The Goetia places Asmodeus among the most powerful of the 72 demons. His description is specific. 3 heads, a bull, a ram, and a man breathing fire. He rides a dragon. He carries a lance with a banner. He teaches arithmetic, astronomy, geomancy, and all handicrafts. He reveals hidden treasures. He makes men invisible, but his primary function, the reason he appears in more religious texts than almost any other demon, is the destruction of human bonds. He specializes in what hurts most. Medieval church records document Asmodeus obsessively. The 1487 witch-hunting manual, Malleus Maleficarum, names him as the demon most responsible for sexual corruption. Exorcism records from 17th century France describe a case where an entire convent of nuns was reportedly possessed by Asmodeus simultaneously. The case lasted years, multiple priests involved. Several died during the exorcisms. The detailed records of what the possessed nuns described seeing were sealed by the church. They remain sealed today. What separates Asmodeus from most demons in the historical record is his patience. He does not strike immediately. Accounts describe a pattern of slow corruption, a thought that arrives uninvited, a doubt that wasn't there before, a distance that grows without reason. Occultists who have studied his methods describe him as a craftsman. He does not destroy relationships. He finds the smallest crack that already exists and he widens it, millimeter by millimeter, until the whole structure collapses. On its own. In 1878, a man was admitted to an asylum in Lyon, France. He had no history of mental illness. He was found wandering the streets, speaking fluent Aramaic, a language he had never studied. For 3 weeks he described in detail the interior of Solomon's temple as it appeared 3,000 years ago. Architectural details later confirmed accurate by archaeologists. He claimed Asmodeus had spoken through him for years, had shown him things he was never meant to say. He recovered completely after 6 months. He never spoke Aramaic again. He never explained how he knew what he knew. Asmodeus appears in Jewish, Christian, Islamic and Zoroastrian traditions for major world religions, all describing the same demon, the same 3 heads, the same dragon, the same obsession with human love for separate civilizations, with no contact between them at the time of these earliest texts, all warning against the same entity. You do not build that many walls around something that doesn't exist, and you do not maintain those walls for 3,000 years unless something keeps testing them. The ancient texts agree on one thing that repels Asmodeus: the smell of burning fish liver, specifically the heart and liver of a fish called the Nile perch. This detail appears in the Book of Tobit, confirmed in later Jewish texts, referenced in Islamic demonology, 3,000 years of consistent documentation about a very specific piece of fish anatomy, either the most elaborate practical joke in religious history, or someone tested it worked, and they made sure everyone knew Asmodeus is not a creature of violence. He does not leave marks. He does not make noise. He does not announce himself. He simply finds the relationship you value most, the connection you cannot imagine losing, and he begins his work quietly, patiently, with 3,000 years of practice. The most terrifying thing about Asmodeus is not what he is. It is how ordinary his methods are, how human his targets feel. Subscribe to Stygmor if you dare.